Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, let's work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Monday afternoon, December 30th, 2024. We're approaching the end of 2024. And here at Forex Smart Trade, we help people become consistent and profitable currency traders by teaching them how to trade with our simple but very, very accurate proprietary trading indicators. And the purpose of this session is to show you how simple and accurate they are and give you a demonstration that they work and see if it might be of something that might be of interest to you. So we didn't trade much last week. In hindsight, I kind of regret having done this session this week too, because the holidays screw everything up. But we're going to go ahead and see if we've got something. We've got something for today. There'll be no live trade tomorrow morning or Thursday morning. But let's see what we've got today. Before we get going, we need to listen to this guy, and then we'll see what we've got.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We train primarily with personalized one-on-one coaching, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to get you from point A to point B, trading consistently and profitably. But we also have group sessions. We also have live trades like this. I do 3 a week, the one that you're in right now, and then also Tuesday and Thursday morning. But again, this week we're not going to do any because the New Year's Day. When you become a regular member, we also do an additional one every morning at 10 a.m., then again at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. And what we consider to be our secret sauce and what differentiates us from other places you could learn to trade is that we are constantly coaching. We are continuing to work on the fundamentals all the time. You don't see somebody who is a professional athlete who's not constantly out there practicing and working with a coach. They do that because even though they're good, to stay sharp, you need to work on the fundamentals. I like to work off of a little checklist that helps me make sure I don't forget anything, and especially since I'm starting to get a little older, I tend to forget things. So every morning I like to refresh the green chart, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. Clears out the memory, picks up any updates, and just allows it to operate more optimally. At the end of every trade day, I like to go back and do a little post audit to figure out things that I might have done wrong or could have done better And specifically, I take a look at the trades that didn't go the way that I thought, are the losing trades, and try to identify why. And with our simulator, you can go back to that specific moment when you took the trade and see exactly what you're looking at. And frequently, you'll see a reason for the trade not going the way that you wanted. Could be a mistake. Could be you misread something. Could be it was a little bit outside your trade protocol, but you took it anyway. And this reminds you why you follow your trade protocol. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. Our indicators are very good at being able to pick up what direction the market's moving in. And if we can figure out the direction, we can make a little bit of money. Some traders trade on news. We don't, but we want to know what those news events are so that we can trade around them. And the place I like to look at what the news that's going on is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact, I ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact, I tend to ignore those. Some people pay attention to them. And this morning, these items did cause a big move. And then red, which is high impact. These are items I want to trade around. Tonight, the Chinese yuan. Let's get some red items. We don't generally trade the Chinese yuan. But because of New Year's, today was a bank holiday in Japan. Tomorrow's a bank holiday in most of Europe, in Germany, New Zealand, Australia, Japan, China, and then Wednesday, and even Tuesday in Switzerland. So, because of these bank holidays, when there's a bank holiday, trading volume goes down. And when trading volume goes down, the indicators aren't quite as accurate in predicting what's supposed to happen. So I just assume stay out of it. But since we're here, let's go ahead and take a look, and knowing that we've got a lot of bank holidays. Let's see. Hold on a second here. So the trade I'm going to do, we've got a dozen different signals. And when we train people, we develop a customized trade plan based around your availability to trade and your risk profile. This is the one that suits me. It's called the 10-point trade signal. I like to take it off of a 1-hour chart. Trade's usually going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And if you've been following my trade results, my sweet spot's 11 pips. Once I get 11 pips, I'm happy. And if I can do that 3 times a day, I'm doing terrific. On this trade, should take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours to close. And the strategy is simple. There's 3 parts of the chart. And basically, I want to have all 3 parts with the lines going in the same direction. And when that happens, I've got a high probability trade. So with that, let's take a look and see what we've got today. The chart I am going to trade off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart where it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all U.S. based, but I've got other charts where they're not U.S. based. I am going to start with the middle section of the chart, which I call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I am looking for situations where we are oversold and the lines are going up. and I want to ride the trade up through till it gets overbought. You can see we've got 3 green candles here, and then when it's overbought, I'm looking for the lines going down, and then I want to ride it through going down. Now, just let me. Australia is on bank holiday already. It's 12 hours advanced or 14 hours advanced, so it's tomorrow. It's Tuesday already there. So we're going to stay away from this. This is a good setup. Overbought. Everybody's coming down. All the lines are going down. I've got what I call a double cross. The red line is crossed over the green, and the black one is over the gray. And the green line has got greater than 45 degrees in steepness going down. So those are the 4 things I'm looking for. 1, we're overbought. 2, all the lines are going down. 3, I've got this double cross. And 4, I've got good steepness on the green line. When I have that, I would jump up to the TNTs and count how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing here. So the 2 orange lines, the thick and the thin, are going down, telling me sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So dotted blue is going up and thick blue is going up. So all 4 lines are saying sell. I want at least 3 of the 4 lines saying sell. So we've got that. And then when I have this and this, then I'm going to jump down to the pressure, and I want these lines either going down or I want the red line on top. Here we've got sideways pressure. So I don't have the 3rd element that I'm looking for. So I would pass on this, but this portion, this is a good setup. Euro USD, I don't have agreement. The majors are going up, minors are going down. Same with pound dollar, majors going up, minors going down. Dollar Canadian dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top. Steepness is better than 45 degrees, although I don't like that it has a little kink in the line here, if you can see it, where we're going from more steep on the bottom portion of the line to less steep on the top portion, but the slope is greater than 45 degrees. 2 orange lines going up, telling me sell. 2 blue line, telling me buy. 2 blue lines coming down, telling me buy. I've got down pressure with red on top. So again, I don't have the pressure with me. I want all 3 of these sections to agree, and when they agree, that's a high probability trade. Now, sometimes do I break it off, or will say ignore the pressure. Sometimes I will, but we're not going to today. This isn't quite a good enough signal. Dollar Swiss franc, we've got this agreement. Dollar yen, we're oversold. Everybody's going down, so nothing there. Now, can I make money when we're oversold and the lines are going down? Yes, I can. It's just not part of my trade strategy. So, Euro pound, disagreement between the majors and minors. Australian dollar yen, everybody's going down, double cross. Terrific steepness on the green line. Usually I wouldn't consider a trade if the green line is more than halfway. Here I might, but it's already tomorrow in Australia and Japan, so the banks are closed. Now it would be morning time if this were next week. Here we got 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up, so all 4, and we've got down pressure. It's very weak down pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the line and how close these lines are. So a gap between the red and the green line means it's weaker. So this is a nice signal, but again, the holiday screwing us up. Euro Canadian dollar. We've got a couple hours left here. So we're trading off of a 1 hour chart. So I want that move to happen within the next 1 to 3 hours. I want one of these markets to be actively trading. And we're kind of right at the end of the day here. For Canada, a new trading day starts at 5 o'clock. So basically, we've got an hour left. And in Europe, it's depending on where you are in Europe, it's a 6 or 7 hour time difference. So these people are at home now and probably starting their holiday. But is this a good setup? Yes. I like this. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top, and great steepness in the green line here. And you can see it's going from less steep to more steep. So I like everything about this. I do not mind. It's less than halfway. I don't mind that the miners have kind of run through the channel. I care about where the position of the green line is. 2 orange lines going up, thick blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. I want to have at least 3 of the 4 telling me buy. I've got weak down pressure, but greens on top. So this is a point. So I've got 1 point here, 4 points here, 3 points here for 8 points. What I would do once I have the 8 points here is I would go look at a full chart. And when I say a full chart, I mean I want to look at the different time periods for the Euro Canadian dollar. So this is a 1 hour chart. Let me take a look at. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Euro Canadian. I want to see what's going on with that. So here, all of these charts are Euro Canadian. And what's different is that here's the 1 hour chart that we were just looking at. This is a 2 hour chart. And what that means is that each of these candles have 2 hours worth of information in them. And each of the lines is built on 2 hours worth of information. 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours a day. I want to see on the 2 hour chart that we're oversold and on the 4 hour chart that we're oversold. And the reason I want to see that we're oversold on both of these is that if this signal weakens, I can still pick the trade up off of the higher time frame chart. Because if this is oversold, it's eventually going to go up. And there's less of a chance of me getting stopped out. So I've got this kind of the support that I'm looking for. When I see that I have the support that I'm looking for, the next thing I'd want to do is look at a clean chart. And so here's a clean chart. So this is the trading activity over the last month. And basically, I want to see what the trend is. And it looks like we're trading into an uptrend. Whereas over here, we were trading into a downtrend. Although it looks like it might be breaking out of that trend with the big down day that we had here. And I want to know where the support and resistance is. And the support and resistance are spots where, the lines seem to naturally stop, the candles. So you can see they kind of stopped in here. They stopped in here. Kind of stopped in here, over here, over here, here, over here. And those stopping spots become the bounds within which I'm going to trade within. And on a 1 hour chart, they tend to be about 30 or 40 pips apart. So what was it? 49.32 to 49.70. So that's about 40 pips right there. I'm going to crunch this up a little bit. I'm going to crunch this up a little bit. You can see it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, here. You might make an argument that it's even a little bit lower. Yeah, I'm going to use this a little bit lower. Stopped here, stopped here, stopped here, in here, over here, 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 over here. I crunched the chart up so I can get more data points to make this line so it's a little more precise. And then I'm going to open it up so I can see it better. And then I want to decide how much movement do I have from where we're at now to this next line, because this is where I'm going to trade to. So if you look up in the top left there, it's going to show it's 30 pips up and going down, it's 10 pips. Now the question is, do I want to take a trade here? So let's go back and look at our signal. And let's go back and look at so all the trading is stopped in Europe. Because of the holiday, I'm going to pass. In Europe, Canada, Canada doesn't have a holiday. But we only have, doesn't have a holiday tomorrow. But we're so late in the day. We need movement for the trade to go. And I'm afraid we're too late in the day for this to go. You can even see these last few hours. There's no movement here since since Europe went offline. It's been flat. So I think we're going to pass on this. Let's keep going and see what else we have. Australia, New Zealand. This is a terrific signal. I love this signal. Overbought, everybody's going down, double cross, and great steepness on the green line, and the lines are clustered. The signal's a little stronger when the lines are clustered. Two orange lines going up, or going down, two green lines going up. We've got up pressure, but the red's on top. So this is a nice trade. If it wasn't if the banks weren't closed, we would take this trade because it's morning time now in both of these markets. It's going on morning time, so we would get this. But with no volume, it's too risky. And my general philosophy has become I'd rather wait for my trade setup and not take a trade than take a trade that's a little iffy for the sake of taking a trade and then lose money and then have to work that much harder to get back to break even. I prefer to not lose money than to kind of constantly be active. So this setup, though, I like this setup. Majors are sideways here. Europe, Australian dollar, where the green line has kind of gone all the way. It's at overbought, so I wouldn't consider this. So I've got another group of 6 other currency pairs. Canadian dollar, yen. Canadian dollar, yen. All right, I like this. Overbought, everybody's coming down. Double cross, good steepness on the green line. Green line's less than halfway. 2 orange lines coming down. Green line's going up. Interesting. We got sideways pressure. The green is coming down. Red is going up. So I don't have this element, but the green line is going down. I want both of these lines going down. Let's take a look and see what the confirmation is. Canadian dollar, yen. These aren't overbought. I'd like them to be up here. Green line's going down, green line's going down. Here we're overbought, coming down, coming down. So I would make, I guess I can live with this even though they're not overbought because I've got this coming down and this coming down. Let's see what the clean chart looks like. No, Canadian dollar, yen. So we already have this up here. Let's, so you can see we took a trade last week. So I kind of drew this in and you can see how good these lines were at this bouncing here. So let's add one more line. There's clearly a line here. But that's 109.26 to 10. So that's 40 pips. But is there a line in here? Seems to be some stopping right in here. Let's save this. We're trading into an uptrend, but it seems to be going sideways the last few days. Let's open it up so we can look at it a little better. Let's save this. And what was the signal? It's a sell. But our issue here you see how we're sitting, the candle is right on the line, and see how it bounces on this line. I don't want to trade through this line. So if I was to take a sell, that's almost 3 pips. I don't take 3 pip trades. It's not worth it to me. 3 pips profit and 22 pips back. So there's not enough here. Now, I might consider taking a pending trade where we did a sell stop, where that if it broke this and say get down to around here, we take the trade, but because of the holiday, again, it's not worth taking a pending trade. So we're going to pass on this. Let's keep going. No, overbought going up, oversold coming down. New Zealand, USD, it's already a holiday in New Zealand. Oversold, kind of sideways. Oversold going down, nothing. Swiss franc, yen. This is similar to what we were just looking at. I like the other one a little better. Euro yen going down oversold. Pound Australian dollar, everybody's going up. Nothing. All right, King, we didn't find anything. Usually, right after this trade, I do my overnight trade, which I send out separately. Since we're here and we didn't find anything, I'm going to go ahead and show you the analysis for the overnight trade. Now, this trade is a little bit different, uses a different strategy. It takes a look at, and it's taken off of the day chart, and we can take it on both the Euro USD and the pound yen. And here we're looking at for what just the green line on the major indicators doing. In this case, it's going down, telling us sell. I don't need to have to look at anything else. Just what's the green line doing? And my confirmation is what's going on the 12-hour chart and the 8-hour chart. And if all three agree, that trade is worth 11 pips, and we take it right at this time, right after 4 p.m. Eastern time. Green line here is going down, supporting what we're seeing here on the day chart. And on the 8-hour chart, however, green line is oversold and going up. So I don't mind whether it's oversold or overbought, but I do care the direction. So this direction doesn't agree with this direction. So since all three directions don't agree, no trade. We don't have a clear signal. Let's see what we got on the pound yen. Everybody's coming down. Everybody's coming down, and it's terrific steepness. Everybody's coming down. Oh, goodness. Down. So on all of them, we've got coming down. For the purposes of this analysis, I look at just what the 8-hour, what these three are doing. So this is telling me sell, but I'm telling you, and I should have figured this out before I decided to do this. Because we've got the bank holiday in Europe, we're not going to take any trade today. No trade today. Better safe than sorry. Let's reconvene next week, next Monday, and we'll have some good trades for the rest of the week. If you are looking to trade, I would kind of hold off. When the volume's off like this, weird things can happen and cost you money. If you want to learn to trade, I'd love to show you how to do it. Best way to learn how to do anything is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We're good at it. That's why we come online and do these sessions so that you can see it. That's why we do the our trading trial so that you can use these indicators. We'll give you some instruction, more instruction than what you have here. We'll start you off with a little simpler trade. This trade that I'm doing is a little more complicated. I've been trading going on 6 years now. So we'll start you off with something simple, then add a little bit of complexity to it, a little bit more complexity to it, and then you can judge it yourself. Yeah, it works. No, it doesn't. Yes, I like it. No, I don't. And then make an informed decision. And again, what kind of differentiates us is that we are so confident in how well these indicators work is that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split the profit. So it's a win-win for us. You've got a mentor. You get somebody who's keeping an eye on what you're doing. If you start to draw down the account, we're going to step in figure out what's going on and get you corrected. Have a terrific new year, and we'll re-engage next Monday. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.